Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for the abnormal rust skin buy orders. Yes, we have 3 skins to chase after tonight. That being the Capybara Rock, the Monument's Glass Garage Door, and the high quality metal AR. Yep, we'll figure out what prices we're going to offer for these, and of course do our buy orders. But don't forget, we're also going to be figuring out the prices for all the regular skins. Regular skins being the skins that only become marketable when the next rust door appears. So you understand that, I'm sure. This isn't the first time you probably watched this, but if it is, sit back, relax, because we're now going to be sitting here and trying our best to figure out a decent price to offer for these abnormal skins where we can buy them and hopefully still sell them for a nice delicious profit. Let's jump straight in. We can see that after a week the Capybara Rock very likely has now surpassed 30,000 sales. We have been sitting here and considering what are we going to do with this, because first thing that needs to be addressed, the Capybara Rock is the highest selling rock that currently exists. If we go over to here, we can see that it is easily surpassed the Frog Rock. It has over 30,000, second highest, hasn't even cracked 25,000. We know that this has demand. Loads of people approved of it. Loads of people liked it. Clearly it's selling very well. Very nice. But how good is it going to be from here and now? We've talked about loads of times over the past few weeks that we're expecting June to not be a very fun month. We will be seeing our 75% discount appearing in CSGO soon for the Paris 2023 capsules. That very likely could be this week or next week. It's to be expected. And with loads of money being thrown towards CSGO, that's going to obviously affect our beloved Rust skins. Of course, affecting all of these skins as well. So, Capybara Rock, in the short term, I do worry for you a bit. But let's try and figure out, have some foresight what potentially might be happening with this rock as a skin. So if you've checked the workshop, you probably have seen that this has had a lot of comments. A lot of people have been sitting here saying, yay, it's been accepted, blah, 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 blah. But the main thing that we want to, notice is Keke did plan to make another rock, but he's considering making a Capybara collection. And it is well, first of all, I will just point out, we got another rock. So let's just go over to here. What do we see? It's a duck rock. So he stuck with his word there. Are we going to just keep seeing more pet rock skins? If I just go over to here, show you this. So far, there's 4 pet rocks. We might be seeing more, but another pet rock being accepted in the future, it's not going to help the Capybara Rock. So I think the only thing that's going to really help it out is if we see a collection being built for it. And this is where I'm honestly expecting. I wouldn't be surprised if Keke ends up making a Capybara sheet metal door exactly like his Easter chick door. It's literally just going to be that face on a plain brown sheet metal door. That's fine. That's fine. Just add the little capybara feeties on the bottom with a goofy face for the doorknob. Perfectly fine. So if that happens, I think people would be perfectly fine and happy to buy it. That's cool. We'll accept that. So here's the situation. We've recently had another notable rock skin being accepted. If we go by newest, you might remember the From Hell rock. Yeah, so that's down by 36% at the moment. Not the best. But I did sit here and say, I fully expected this to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I pointed that out to you. I'm confident that this is potentially going to be going down in price for quite some time. But eventually, towards the end of this year, when we see a whole lot more people playing more than this, we will see the likes of this rock being bought out and used a whole lot more. The demand will increase and it will work out quite all right in the end. With this, I honestly believe demand is what's caused all of these sales. I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially gets a very strong amount of buy orders instantly and potentially only sits around slightly above or slightly below $3 its rust door price. So I get the feeling he's probably going to be doing quite all right. He's soft, he's cuddly, he's perfectly happy the way he is. He's the Capybara Rock. And a lot of you want to hold him in your hands. And, the emotional support is needed, especially when you play Rust, all right? He's your friend. And you just want to hold him. So, I get the feeling he'll probably work out quite all right in the end. He's also a TikTok meme too. We know that. We know that disaster. He pulls up. So, I reckon, if you want to play extra safe, just do a $1.50 buy order. But if you want to play it a little bit stronger, a little bit more aggressive, I think going up to maybe $2, $2.20 maybe? $2.20 maybe, yeah. Again, it's got a lot of sales. By default, I look at that and I would worry a bit, but I really do think the demand is there for the rock. But I do think it will be going below its rust door price at some point. So, if you want to play it a bit more aggressive, $2.20 should be okay, alright? Should be okay. we can look at the buy order support afterwards. We can then make considerations if we do want to go ahead and buy it for $3. But I think if you pushed it to be more aggressive, you probably will be buying these. Over the course of these next few months, June and July, it wouldn't surprise me. All right? So keep that in mind. Monuments glass garage door. Guys, this is a very lovely looking garage door. Look at the design. Perfect. Beautiful. Lovely. I'm pretty sure this is also selling very, very well, simply because, well, you know, it's an awesome looking garage door. And it reminded me of the likes of the children's play set rug. Do you know the ones? It's the nice colourful toy rug that was made. That's selling for a lot of money right now. I think it's selling for like $35. I think in good time this will be going up in price quite nicely. But the main thing I said when I first saw it was, will this potentially turn into a collection? Well, guess what? It's, oh, I know, I've got to go find it. Don't worry, it's not going to be too long. Here you go. So that's the garage door. And this week, we saw the double door being submitted. And guess what? It's not a copy-paste of the image. No. Johnny Oldboy made a brand new image for it. It's all focusing the water, the aquatic monuments and whatnot. That is awesome. And I kind of wouldn't be surprised if that gets accepted. We don't see many sheet metal doors being accepted, but I think that might be just enough of a push, especially with the garage door selling so much, that we'll very likely see that potentially being accepted in the near future. Therefore, continuing the collection, a deplorable collection, and what have we seen many times in the past? Deplorable collections tend to do quite all right. Go say hello to the Abyss collection, for example. In fact, when was the last Abyss skin to be accepted? We're going quite far back now, aren't we? I were to just kind of, there we go, yep, okay, Abyss collection, you're a fool, yep, there you go, they're holding up very nicely. So, yeah, if we keep seeing some more glass monument deplorable skins being made and accepted, I think it's going to work out very nicely for it in the end. So, this is a $3 garage door. We're expecting over 30,000 sales. We have to sit here and we have to figure out, okay, so, how likely is this going to hold up? How, you know, what's the potential problems it can have? What are the positives? I've just mentioned the positive. I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to end up being a collection, but we also have to be prepared for the unfortunate likelihood that this won't be accepted. Face Punch doesn't like double doors that much. They don't really accept them that much. So the second thing that we need to properly go over is the amount of garage doors we've had so far this year. And there's another thing that I will say, all right? So we have had a lot of garage doors accepted this year. We've had 9 marketable ones. We had 2 given away for us for free back in January. And I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially go all the way up to about 20 this year. I am fully in the position where I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more garage doors being accepted. You potentially might be seeing some even more awesome looking garage doors with awesome looking art that you'd sit there and say, surely that's going to go up in price, you know. So the main point that I'm trying to get across to you is, whilst it's special now, it might not be so special when a new thing appears. So we don't know. We can't see ahead that much. But I can point out that the shipping container DLC building skin is going to be appearing tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets accepted. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. There is another garage door appearing. Is the point I'm trying to get across to you. I am fully in the boat that I fully expect the shipping container garage door made by Duck will be accepted tomorrow with the release of the shipping container building set, because it perfectly blends in with the green one. And then look in the forest area, you just know that's going to sell crazy. 30,000 sales most likely as well. So keep that in mind. That potentially might be a bad thing. There's going to be competition for that garage door space. We have to think. But then again, like, you know, that shipping container is only good in the forest areas. This could be good for anything. It's a glorious looking garage door. So I'm going to sit here and say maybe it's another case of just playing it safe. $1.50 and $2.20, you know. You want to play it safer? $1.50. If you want to play a bit more aggressive, push your way up to $2.20. You know, that is going to be my answer. But yeah, if we do see this being accepted, which looks awesome, I think this will get that nice extra push. And then we have to question, all right, are we going to see single doors then? Are we going to see like a monument glass single sheet metal door and armored door and wooden door maybe? Maybe. So, yeah, we shall see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, $1.50 to $2.20 is probably going to be the answer. I am Not super confident with garage doors, but I know that looks awesome. And I really do think it's going to do all right in the long term. In the long term. I really do feel like when loads of people return, based on what we currently see, we will see a lot of people looking at that and thinking, wow, that's awesome. And the demand goes up. That's my current expectation. All right. So, we're going to now move on to the high quality metal AR. I can respect it for what it is. It's a nice self-referential type of skin for Rust, but the problem is I've seen many fairly expensive Rust AK skins. Guys, I'm just going to be brutally honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up at $1. But you say that all the time. Yeah, I know, but this is $3, and a lot of you are going to probably be questioning me. Let's just go look at all of the AKs that came out this year and look at the prices they sold for. And yeah, I just want to get this across to you. A higher price doesn't really help it out that much. Oh look, Arctic Skull's doing all right. Good for you. But like, you sold for $1.99. You sold for $1.99. There you go. Darker than dark. The Easter skin, $2.99. Now it sells for 99 cents. Yeah. $1.99. Oh, $2.49 right here. Luna AR, 95 cents. There you go. Oh look. Good boy AR, $3. $1.09. Yeah. It's looking like it's going to be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Yep. And you can even look at last year. I mean, I believe there's where is it? It's like halfway through the year. $3.49, $1.50. That actually went up in price a fair bit because we saw Elite Crate armor skins being accepted. But if you scroll down a little bit more, here you go. $3.49 Kevlar AR. 98 cents. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it sold a reasonable amount, but I don't think it's going to hold up. I am going to stick with a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. I will be playing it safe. That is my answer to that. I understand you might be sitting there and thinking, oh, but it's a higher price short. No. We're going to see more AKs being accepted this year. It's not going to hold up, unfortunately. It's not like the, and I will bring it up, we literally just had the Arctic Skull AR, but Arctic Skull AR has the added benefit that it's a whiter AK, and people like to use this for the snowy regions. And if we just go down to here, there's only 37 of them on the market at the moment, and they're all above $2. I might consider doing an extra buy order on this. I think I might have to. Yeah, it's definitely got that interest. And my main thing about this was it's probably going to be the cheaper alternative to the comics they are, and it looks like people are respectfully accepting that, seeing it as such. So, Christmas time, that's probably going to go up in price. But not this one. So, yeah, 70 cents, 90 cents for that. Cool. So, we got that all out of the way. Now we can start talking about what prices we might want to offer for the regular skins tomorrow. So, Adobe Door, this is a bit of a hard one. And I talked about this for the 48-hour analysis. You've got to keep this in mind. The only time that we're going to see a lot of Adobe Doors increase in quantity overall is during this week. Once this week is over, the only way you can get more Adobe Doors is if you're lucky opening a high quality crate. We've got to take into consideration how many people actually own the Adobe building set. All right, it says 425 here, but remember, SEMM cannot track every single account on Steam. All right, understand that. Gradually over time, this is always going to be available to people. Gradually over time, you'd assume, okay, Adobe's probably going to get bought more and more and more and more. That very likely could happen. Yeah. That very likely could happen. Therefore, it's to be expected that the Adobe Door will always have a nice spot for a very specific building skin. Other than that, what else is this going to be good for? Desert areas? Probably. Yeah. I mean, desert base is probably using Adobe anyway, so okay. This has sold over 20,000 skins, and this is a little bit awkward because when you look at the likes of Sheep Metal Doors, they don't really tend to hold their value. Yes, I know, Adobe, yeah, but it goes with the buildings. I got that, but not a ton, not a massively insane amount. I don't think we have as many people that own the Adobe skin as much as the people who bought the skins here, is what I'm trying to say. So that's down by 42, that's down by 42, that's down by 15, but it's holiday skins, so we've got to take that into consideration. That's only down by 3%, so good for you, little chick door. Sheep Metal Door, oh, you're down by 55, that's down by 56, so yeah. The only doors that are holding up are, well, that's part of a well-established collection, we've already brought that up today. This this is this blends in very nicely for the regular stone wall. So when I looking at that, I thought by default that might work out well. But again, Adobe costs like $15. That's a hard thing to get through, isn't it? Maybe Adobe becomes a whole lot cheaper in the future if we start seeing even more stone building skins being introduced. So, yeah. I am not 100% sure the likes of this Adobe door. I reckon I'm probably just going to stick with maybe like a 80-cent and $1 buy order, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it will just instantly go up in price. Maybe. But I just don't think there's as many... Currently, there's as many people who have the Adobe skin in comparison to the doors. Like, the genuine demand isn't really there. I think we've got too much quantity compared to genuine demand, so... Yeah, that's my current answer for that. So I'm going to sit here and say I'm going to do 80 cents to $1. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work out well, unfortunately, that is just the way it is. All right, cool. Reptile Hunter. Guys, you might not be aware, but I made a short video. I uploaded it yesterday. And let's just mute this. It's up to you. I wanted to show it off what it looks like in the grassy areas. And basically, I don't think it's completely as good as the Forest Raiders, sure, but Forest Raiders costs a lot. This right here, in the darker areas of the forest and whatnot, it does a pretty good job. It's debatable. So as you can see here, as we slowly move along in the forest areas, the foliage, the grass, the leaves, the trees, it does a reasonably okay job. This potentially might work out quite nicely in the future as a budget green armor. But it's debatable. Do you look at this and you think it's all right? What do you reckon? So I put that video out, and I'm looking at this, and we are matching up fairly reasonably fine. Yeah, we've ever so slightly gone above the amount here, but that's fine. If this ended up at 18 or 19,000, that's okay. That's okay. It's not ridiculously high in comparison to the tier 3 armor, the sales. So I might buy some. I might. Or I might just do a strong buy order. Honestly, guys, I might be pushing it. I might just go instantly to like 90 cents on both of them. Yeah. And don't forget, what about tier 2? Of course, yeah, tier 2. We've got to say that. We've got to mention that. Tier 2. I probably should have looked at the other one. I can't read that. But he's already made pizza tier 2. Oh, that's going to compete with each other. Oh. But anyway, people have asked, congrats, are you planning on making tier 2 soon? Thank you. Yes, he does. I know he wants to take a bit of a break, though. So he doesn't want to make tier 2 instantly because it would conflict with his pizza tier 2. But tier 2 is on the way. Tier 2 will be appearing on the workshop soon. And by default, what happens when a new core piece gets accepted? Well, all the currently existing core pieces go up in price. We saw this appear. Guess what happened? This shot up in demand and shot up in price. We very likely could be we could see a complete budget green armor set happening. It's very likely going to happen, and that's good. And it's affordable. And well, for now it's affordable. But yeah, nice positive things possibly happening. Right? All right. And by default, I've already mentioned this. I showed it to my chat. I'm just going to use this real quickly. If we do see tier 2 Reptile Hunter appear, every single dark green coloured kilt is expensive. I just want to bring this up to you real quickly. So, yeah, I'm hopeful for it. But, yeah, if you just go over to here, and then if you search by price, you will see every dark green kilt has been bought out. They're all fairly expensive. Forest Raiders, military camo, bombshell kilt. You've even got freeboot that's slightly green. Yeah. And then a lot of you are going to sit there and say, oh, but what about frog cosplay? Frog cosplay is bright green. You can spot that in the grassy areas and forests, right? That's not good camouflage. So yeah, by default, I'm looking for more. I'm prepared for it. I'm looking towards happy. Yep, you get the idea. Anyway, so I would probably sit here and say you could push it. You could do like a 75 cent to 90 cent buy order. Yeah. It doesn't look like it sold a ridiculous amount. It looks to be perfectly fine. So yeah, as I said, might even consider buying them. All good? So yeah, that's my answer. Then we had the Adobe large box. I do want to bring this up. I have noticed a weird trend recently. A lot of the recent large box skins have been going up in price. That's taken me a little bit by surprise. Currently, I don't have an answer for that. But I am noticing it happening. This has gone slightly above its price. This has gone slightly above its rust price. This did. This also did. I have no explanation for this at the moment. I guess people might just be buying them out. That's only got 37 of them on the market. That's only got 57. Something's happening here. So I think someone's just probably trying to start a pump or something. But anyway, looking at this, the main thing that I would be concerned about, of course, again, mentioning Adobe building skin, that's like perfectly lined up with it. Goes well with some of the designs on the Adobe set. But I'll be honest with you, by default, still a very good looking skin. Very nice. Independent skin by itself. Sure, I think a lot of people would appreciate that. So I'm going to probably sit here and say, as a $1.49 skin, again, I'm probably going to play it a little bit safer. I'll probably do like 80 cents to $1.10, you know? 80 cents to $1.10. I don't know what's going to happen potentially in the future for the Adobe set in terms of will we ever see a discount appear for building skins that would potentially cause more sales. If there are more building skins being introduced, would the older ones become cheaper? Probably. I don't know. Would there ever be discounts? Shrug. Don't fully know. I don't fully know. So, yeah. Let's now move on to the hobo sleeping bag. I know you're asking questions at the moment, but can you wait until afterwards? All right. Hobo sleeping bag. This has sold more than what I was actually expecting. And I did make a joke. I've been telling this to skin creators. We need to see more sleeping bag skins that are pretty stupid. Like, if someone keeps demanding you to bag them in, well, screw it. You get the clown bag. Or you get the bag with the post-it note saying worst teammate or something like that. I feel like that's open for a good idea. No, I've given you the ingredients. Go forth and make something of that. Hobo sleeping bag. I looked at it, when I first looked at it, I thought, yeah, that reminds me a lot of the older skins. And I don't say that in a bad way. It's nice to see it. It's a very nice, grounded design. Nothing too crazy. Perfect picture there for a hobo. Perfect hobo skin. It's scruffy. It's silly. But will it hold up well in the future? I don't know. It's awkward. It's not super in your face, is it? It's not super crazy. Go take a look at all of the previous sleeping bags that came out this year. Maybe we can get a good idea of that. Okay, let's go do that. Let's go take a look at all of them. Right, well, sleeping bag from hell is somewhat holding its value. Fireflies isn't doing too good. A green sleeping bag that's glow in the dark is a bit counterintuitive. And the Desert Stone sleeping bag just kind of lost all of its value instantly. That had 21,000 sales, so maybe it didn't work out very well for it in the end. Sleeping bags don't seem to be doing super good at the moment. But this one right here, yeah, maybe we just do 80 cents to $1.10. Maybe that's the smarter approach. Will it be appreciated afterwards? How have the people been commenting? Well, I just saw one message there, and okay, cool. So some of those, anyway. Oh my god. Probably shouldn't have looked at that. I didn't know that was there. I'm sorry. All right. 80 cents to $1.10. Right. Now we're on to the Pixel boots. And it has sold quite all right. I honestly looked at that and I thought maybe that could just be like the dark horse hidden, profit. Because, well, this is only... Sorry about that. This has only sold just over 13,000 sales. And when we saw this being accepted, it actually caused all of this to go up in price. And the one weird thing was, when this was accepted, I looked at the workshop, I looked at the comments, and people did ask, are you continuing the collection? And one SQ, who helps DVD make the set, they said next week. But we didn't see the skins this week. No, it didn't happen. It did not happen, no. Maybe we will see Pixel Tier 2 or Tier 3 potentially appearing in the future. Maybe, possibly. But by default, this is a pair of boots. It is a part of a collection, and we've talked about this not too many times. I mean, actually, we did talk about it fairly recently because we had the whiteout boots. What I actually intended to say was we've actually said this a decent amount of times so far this year already. when you see boots come out for a collection, they tend to hold up very nicely. The main problem with the likes of comics boots here is the fact that the whiteout boots appeared. So that's now struggling, simply because, in the eyes of many people, the better one came out. So awkward. But hard suit's still doing all right. Whiteout boots is a very ridiculous sight to see. Let me just show you what it looks like. So right now, the whiteout boots, there's 8,700 of them on the Steam market, selling for $1.18, and then to the right you see there's 15,166 requests to buy. This is normal, isn't it? Yeah, what the hell? Well, whoa, that doesn't look like it's going to be going up in price that much. Whiteout boots is insanity in its own way, and apparently there was 110,000 of them that are bought. Wonderful. So I don't think we're going to be in that type of situation. I think pixel boots are probably just going to be okay. They're probably going to stay above their Rustall price for a very reasonable amount of time. Hardsuit boots are still doing all right. We haven't seen that tier 2 being accepted yet, but it's still held up quite nice. Yeah, maybe this could be its future. If we don't see pixel armor appearing for quite some time, maybe it'll just be exactly like the hardsuit boots. Didn't really go up in price that much. Didn't really go down in price that much. It just exists. He's happy in his own lane. Comfortable, chilled out. You could sell yours and get your money back if you wanted to. That's fine. So, yeah, I feel like it's probably going to end up like that. If you had to spend some money, maybe pixel boots might be the okay thing to do. But regardless, we're going to figure out a price to offer for it. I would probably do 70 cents to 80 cents. I feel like that would be perfectly fine. Yeah. I feel like that would be perfectly fine. All good? So, yeah. I think that's okay. That's all of the skins. That's all the skins that appeared this week. Prices are just suggestion. I can't foresee the future and tell if everything's going to work out all right. But, keep that in mind. We've offered reasonable prices. At the moment, I'm kind of wanting to play it more safe because I'm very cautious about June. June's going to be very awkward. What with the discount coming out for those Paris 2023 sticker capsules and, of course, the summer sale. People like to sell their skins to get money to buy cheap games for the summer sale. So keep that in mind. Summer sale begins at the end of June. So, yeah, okay, we went for everything. We got prices figured out. Chat, let's move on. Let's skip ahead. And we're going to wait another... spoke for 25 minutes. Sorry about that. Right, let's just skip ahead. We'll be back in about 2 hours. Right, gentlemen, it's time for the abnormal buy orders. What's going to happen? I'm going to win, of course. Yes, I'm spectacular. Right, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I pull up. Where's my capybara rock? I want to buy order him right now. Capybara rock, capybara rock, capybara rock. Where's my rock? Give it to me. Yeah, lovely. Okay, I pull up. And now I'm doing buy orders. Right, and we have no AK. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip ahead and then we'll talk about the buy order support. Right, guys, well, we waited a while for that AK to appear, and we had to have someone in the chat to list theirs, so it took like 20 minutes. So as you can see, we've got some prices for the rock, and, well, not that yet, and not that yet. But anyway, let's just move on. Buy order support. So the Capybara rock, you are currently listed at $5, but the buy orders, over 1,700 of them, and they go all the way up to $2. Yeah, a lot of support for this. Doesn't go all the way up to $3, does it? But this is a comfortable position. I'm not going to complain about this. This looks pretty okay. So we know it has demand, and we do feel strong that it's going to probably be doing all right in the long term. But how will it behave over the course of these next few months in the summer? Is everything going to be all right? Will it be all right and hold until August time? Hopefully, maybe. But as of now, I would still sit here and say, guys, honestly, you could just probably put down like maybe a $2.70 buy order. Get this for like 30 cents cheaper. If you genuinely want it, you have the option to do that right now, all right? If you genuinely want to buy Capybara rocks, why not just get them cheaper and put down a strong buy order? There's a lot of room, It's only going up to $2.30 here. You could do $2.40, $2.50, $2.60, $2.70. It's all available to you right there. So that's an option for you if you want to save a little bit of money. Make sense? Moving on. We're now going to take a look at the Monuments Glass Garage Door. This has over 1,700 buy orders as well. There's only one listing. I'm a little bit surprised by that. There's only one listing. Anyway, moving on. So the buy orders looking very strong all the way up to about $1.60. You got a reasonable second batch here going all the way up to $2. So fairly similar to the likes of the Capybara Rock. It's a very cool looking garage door, lovely visuals, and we're very likely potentially might be seeing a whole lot more of these being made. But the question is, will they be accepted? We know that there's a double door that's been submitted and it looks very nice with all the water monuments. Could we see more? An armoured door? Single doors? What else? What else could potentially be made? We'll have to wait and see. But by default, the visual on this, I think it's going to be doing quite all right. I think it's going to be doing okay independently, somewhat. Not something I'm going to feel 100% confident in, because again, this is a $3 skin, and the barters are only going all the way up to about $2.10. So yeah, I think this potentially might be going below its retail price at some point, but we did take that into consideration. So moving on, we now have the high quality metal AR, which took about 25 minutes to finally appear, and yeah, as expected, there's only about 1,000 requests, but the buy orders, well, they're only just about going up to about 99 cents, $1. Yeah. That's basically it. I mean, we expected this to happen. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's probably going to end up being a $1 skin like many of the other AKs. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's AKs in general, not the skin. It's not the skin, it's the AK, all right? We're going to see plenty more AKs being accepted in the future. This is their unfortunate doom. Right. So, followed your advice and lost $300. Whoa, what the hell did you... I never told you to put $300 in anything. Okay, anyway. Moving on. I hope you didn't buy that trophy. Don't tell me you were the person... I just want to show you this real quickly. Someone bought one of the trophies very recently for... what was it? It was $420.69. Yeah. So, yeah, don't buy this. You will lose your money if you buy it. Very, very bad, dumb decision. Do not do it. Yes, because once you buy it, you'll never be able to sell it. Very bad, very bad. And you might be wondering, why do you have this here? What's going on? Well, we're going to explain that in a second, because tomorrow, what are we expecting? We know that this is going to be appearing. This is the shipping container sheet metal building skin. We know that's appearing tomorrow, and well, I'm sure you've probably seen it yourself, because, I hope you're looking on the likes of the Rust workshop a whole lot more. And I'm pretty sure you've seen TGG's most recent top picks for June 2023, week 1. These are most likely going to be the candidates that we see being accepted tomorrow, but you might have noticed there's a lot of container theme skins, because a lot of skin creators have been making skins in theme with the impending, or rather upcoming, new content. Much like when we see a new monument appear, people make skins themed around that and whatnot. Makes sense? All good. So with container being the next special DLC, we've been seeing some interesting doors being made and large boxes and whatnot. I'm just going to sit here and say it. I really wouldn't be surprised if this shipping container is accepted tomorrow. That's my immediate expectation. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that appears. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Duck. Best of luck to you. That's probably one of the best blended in, especially... because don't forget, with the container skin, you can change the colours of all of it, and it blends in very nicely with the green one. So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised by that tomorrow. And maybe, just maybe, it might not be only skins from TGG's list. You might see some of the newer skins. Yes, all of these skins, as you see here, some of these might potentially randomly be picked out as an early pick. So this is all the skins from my skin checks. These all appeared over the past weekend. And get a good look at that. Maybe. Don't forget, you can see that video right here. Rust Workshop skin checks, as you can see. Ta-da! So, if you want to get a link to the collection, it's right there. So back out of here. Maybe. I wouldn't feel super confident we'll see an early pick, but it could happen. It could. So yeah, lots of potential nice things on the horizon. And there's one more thing to address to all of you, and that is... we have a Rust event on the horizon, not this Sunday, but starting next Sunday, June 11, there is the Bellum Spanish Twitch event on Rust. It's going to be on Twitch. So these appear to be the generic drops. Yep, there's going to be Twitch drops. They're all Spanish streamers. So Bellum, as you can see here, Bellum Rust on Twitch, there's apparently over 200 people taking part in this. These are all the shut up, Twitter. These are all the teams that are taking part. So 220 people, it seems. Very nice, very interesting. And we've noticed some of the skins that are likely going to be drops. So take a look at Rubius's rainbow face mask with the chest plate. Take a look at the very cool looking garage door for Corolla here. Get a good look at that. I don't know if a Spanish guy can be a Viking, but we'll just move on. So, yeah, glows in the dark. Looks awesome. I hope you paid Mr. Sadness very well, because he did an awesome job with that. That looks cool. That looks cool. Yeah. So just to point out, because I just saw someone ask, it seems to be the 11th of June to the 17th of June. Yeah. And then we've got Elxo Cass's bandana. It's literally just that. Yep. And then we have Silipha's glow-in-the-dark rocket launcher. Yep. Get a good look at this. The side panel glows in the dark. The aim sight glows green. And we can see that in the image right here. Glow-in-the-dark aim sight there. And yeah, it's got a nice panel there. So I think this is all in theme with Fallout. I believe so. Yeah. So remember, these drops are expected to be free. They're expected to be free. And then we have Augustabel's Golden Thompson. And let's get that in video and look at it spin around. The shine, the sheen. Make it HD. HD, come on. More HD. Shiny, shiny. Yes. So another free Thompson's going to be given away, it seems. So yeah, that is the Spanish event that is expected to start on the 11th of June, which will be not this Sunday, but the Sunday next week. And it's going to end on the 17th, the Saturday, apparently. So there you go. Cool. We've explained and pointed out all the necessary things you need to be aware of. We've discussed prices in regards to what you might want to offer for all of these regular skins. That random guy that walked in and said, "You made me lose $300," has already disappeared, apparently. So, cool. That was random. Probably just a troll. He got himself a little bit of 10 seconds of fame, and now he's gone. So, yeah, guys. I would expect with tomorrow, I should probably get the Twitter up. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. I need to show you, not the cats, but you can enjoy the cats. Here we go. So tomorrow's going to be wipe day, and it looks like it's going to be a fairly tame, nice update. Just some improvements, fixes, of course, new DLC, the shipping container DLC. Nothing extravagant, basically, but I would still expect it to be a fairly early Rustle rotation. So it's probably going to be, it could be as early as 6 o'clock, even in the evening UK time, or maybe 7, around then. It's going to be fairly earlier, I would expect. If it isn't, I would be surprised. So be prepared for that. You're probably expecting 6 to 7 o'clock in the evening, UK time, on the Thursday. All right, cool. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's go see how that works out. Let's go see how this works out. And Reptile Hunter, how many more will you potentially sell? Every sale that happens from here and now is going to be adding more in comparison to the tier 3 armor. If it only sells about 18 or 19,000, it's okay. All right, it'll still be okay. All right, you've made me just under £2,000 from Rust alone and buy orders. I couldn't be more grateful. You could buy a tier 3 sub. Catch you later, people. See you and goodbye.